Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Late Night with Tony Farella.
We got a great show for you tonight, folks. A great show. First off, how about those Cardinals winning their first World Series in over 20 years? The sad part is they had lower ratings than the 1940 Olympics. Well, enough of that. Let's just get started right with the show. Our first great guest is the powerful, the god of the sea, the mighty Poseidon. Thank you for coming tonight, Poseidon.
Pleasure being here.
Yes. Thank you for making time in your busy schedule, ruin disease.
It's quite alright.
But first off, how's your family doing?
Everyone's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Zeus
runs sky, Hades runs underworld.
How about your sisters? How they doing?
Demeter is doing fine.
Just fine. I was reading something about the news about you and Demeter. Could you elaborate about that?
Well, I guess you could say that you kind of wanted to get with her.
You kind of wanted to get with her? Keep going, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I tried to make her, fall in love with me. Didn't work out too well. She didn't like it. So, she turned herself into a horse.
Could understand why.
Okay. And, so, I turned myself into a stallion. And I captured her, and, things kind of took off from there.
Things kind of took off from there. You're sick. But moving on. How about Medusa?
What about her?
You had a little fling with her?
Very little fling.
Very little.
You could say. Most people don't know it, but before she was this monster with snakes in her hair that turned people to stone. She's a very lovely woman.
Yes. And you had a horse child, Pegasus.
Yes, like horse with wings.
Horse with wings, yes. How is he? Doing?
Matter of fact, a couple days ago I gave him to Hercules' 4th birthday.
That's a good man.
Hercules being Zeus' son.
Yes, Hercules, of course. How's he doing, of course?
Fine. Strong young man.
Yes. Now, with bigger news, you and Athena had a battle for Athens.
Yes, we did. Well, me and Athena were competing to win over the city of Athens. I showed them power and strength, and in the end, she gave them an olive tree, and I guess that's what they wanted more than what I could give them. And I got kind of an angry person sometimes. Some things don't go my way, so I took my trident, threw it at the ground, and out spurted a whole bunch of water and flooded the city.
Understandable, but elves are good.
Yes.
Alright, enough of that. But in the end, you worked together, and she gave you some key items that go along with your...
Yes, she made the first chariot. I used my horses to drag me on, take from place to place.
Yes. And how about these ships that she made?
Yes, the ships. She built ships so people could sail across my seas. Which I'm fine with sometimes, if they, sacrifice a horse for me.
Explain, why would they need to sacrifice?
I'm a god of horses, and then I show them fear, and they want to, pray for a safe voyage, so they drown a horse in my honor.
Do they always need to? What if one slacks off and says, she's not going to do anything to me?
They say that, drowned him.
Quite understandable.
Yeah.
And then, next up, drown a horse before the cruise. Yeah. Next up is going to be the Cyclops, one of his close relatives. Thank you for making time. You can stick around. We'll be back in a short minute.